Okay, last year I sown some Persian cress. Now I'm going to harvest it in summer 2017. What I mean by harvesting is to take the seeds. These are the seeds. As you can see inside it, probably you can see tiny black cores inside the dry parts. Those are the seeds of the Persian cress. So this one was sown in August 2017, and just before going to Charles Darwin Garden, I decided for the first time to save some of the seeds of this Persian cress. And as you see, it's not dry. I kept the plant until it completely dries. Now the weeds are growing around it, and before the seeds fall, I just want to harvest the seeds. So I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm moving the root from the soil. I'm just trying to keep as much as I can with care the seed without shaking it, so nothing will fall. Of course a little bit fell, but yeah, most of it is here. So I'm going to put it somewhere that I can reach it. And, I have the time to winnow it, as they say, and just separate the seed from the husk. So branch by branch I take this and shake them in this tray. Okay, I separated the seed heads from one branch, and as you can see I already have some seed here visible. That's what I will use for sowing this year probably. Again. Okay, I have now done the separation of the husk from the stems, as you can see, and there's plenty of seeds here. So I have saved the seed and I will sow it again. 2017 hopefully. This is the time of the year that I will start to shell the beans. These are runner beans, French climbing beans. I'm not going to take the whole bean with the cover to home, but that takes a long time then, if they may stay there another time. So I just shell them here, and to me they look full, so they're not empty, the beans. That will be my beans for next year. This was a very good year for our borlotti beans. Save some of this for next year. I left them to dry, didn't pick them for a while, so they are now ready. Gradually I'm wrapping up everything, getting ready for the winter salad and the winter crops are going on. Horticulture is also going on. These are our Cherokee Trail of the Tears, or whatever color, the blue beans anyway, they're blue. And I will have them for shelling this year, for next year, in the spring, to grow them again. It's quite a windy day, it's Sunday 29th of November 2015. Good year for the beans, maize, potato, pumpkins, winter squashes, summer squashes, courgettes. Yeah, generally good year. We had some fantastic crop from our fruits, soft fruits, and the normal traditional summer fruits. Very good year, and extraordinary crop of the tomatoes. Just leave them there. Okay, now these are the beans that we have dried up because we have several good hurricanes. Hurricanes means dry, yeah, warm wind. It really dried the beans, the shells of them, and now they easily come up. We are collecting them. The big ones, I mean, I'm not separating them at this moment, but just later I'll separate the different varieties. You see different shapes and different sizes they have. I separate them. The bigger ones will be saved for the seeds of the next year crop. And the other ones which are misshaped or they're very small or cracked or anything, for example this one, I will keep them for eating. And because they are fresh, they easily cook. They don't need much heat for cooking. So we will have a bonus from whatever we have eaten fresh now to whatever we can save for the winter. Enjoying the good life in the allotment. We had a good long summer and warm autumn so far, and today is the last day of the October 31st, and this is Monday. We have a lot of beans, not as much as you can rely on it for a whole year to eat some food made from beans. But I'm going to harvest and I'm going to separate some of the smaller ones just for eating. These are different varieties of the runny beans, some French beans as you see here, some Caesar beans, these are butter beans also you call them. And yeah, just to see what I can separate for eating. And the rest of it will go for seed. What I can say is that also that from next year probably I will grow less runny beans and grow other varieties of beans like borlotti, because I like to have it for eating as a baked bean. I don't like the baked bean that they sell in the shops or in cans, and they have a lot of sugar added artificially to them. That makes it really weird. Baked bean should not really be sweet. I suppose that's a kind of Nordic thing. They like everything sweetened. So that's the plan for next year, and now going to shell it. If you want to cook them, you have to leave them for about 24 hours in water, soak them in water. So these are smaller ones are good for eating. That's the ones I want to separate. Okay, I have separated the beans that we had into groups. This is the beans that I will be using for eating. But interesting enough, I have 4 varieties of the runny beans. This is the one variety. This is the second variety, different variety. This has the largest beans. This is the most beautiful, I think, variety. Brown with white cream patches, and I have only a few of these. This is about 13, and of course the butter beans or Caesar beans. These are the seeds I keep. These are seeds I'm keeping for next year's crop. These are the ones I'm going to eat. And these are the French beans that I was able to save. And course, the bad shaped ones I'm keeping for eating. Just these are the good ones that I can keep for planting as seeds. So all these ones are, and I'm keeping them. I will keep them in the paper bags, envelopes. Probably are the best. These are all the varieties that I have. And interesting enough, is not much. When you see in the wigwam, in the allotment, they look a lot. When you want to eat them, that's only just 2 meals. These are the seeds that I have to keep for next year. And interesting enough that I need more of these beans, and I have to find a way to grow more of them. Because at the end of the day, I don't want green beans. I want beans to eat. Green beans, you can eat them in the season, of course, but just a few. But green beans are the ones that last you through the year. And I have to find a way to keep more of this actual bean.